Hello and welcome back to Steve's Retro Loft. Now, as you are probably aware, I have a Spectrum Next, and the Spectrum Next for me is actually an unusual machine because it's the only Spectrum I've never actually taken apart until today. What I've bought, I've actually bought the daughter board to allow you to have a second SD card slot. What that allows you to do, allows you to have the games on one SD card and the operating system on another, which makes it a bit more easy to sort of transfer games over and little things like that. But yeah, it's so the first time I've taken one of these things apart. So yeah, it's not a KS3, but it's sort of part of a KS3, I believe. So it'll tide me over until the new one arrives. But yeah, let's dive in and have a look and see how difficult or not this is. Now, Spectrum Next team have actually provided some quite comprehensive instructions for the daughter board. Yeah, I won't read them all out because obviously if you buy one, then yeah, you'll get the instructions as well. So let's crack this thing open. So it's the first time I've opened a Spectrum Next before, so anti-static strap on. And 6 screws. Now, one of the things it does mention is to take the expansion sort of port connector off, or the sort of the cover for it, and then pry the case open in a firm but careful manner. Okay. Okay. Seems to come off quite easy. So with the cover removed, inspect the removed case around the SD card slot area, and you see there's some small plastic tabs, and so I think what it's saying is to cut the middle tabs off here. Now, I don't have any cutters, I don't think. It does say to use some cutters, but yeah. Oops, as you can tell, the sound of chaos. So definitely in the middle ones. So if you don't remove these tabs, apparently it can cause issues with the SD card slot in there. To cut them completely flat, so I think what I'm going to have to do is get my knife on it, and I'll do that away from the camera just in case I cut myself. See, oops, just removed a little bit of plastic burr off that. That's gone. So it's nice and clear now. Right, now, one of the things you can notice, you could have actually, I believe, modified the daughter board yourself and actually installed the SD card slot on there. So I've done that bit, and so the next bit is unscrew the PCB. Unscrew the 4 screws for the daughter board first. The manual says, the little bit of manual says not to use a sort of powered screwdriver because sometimes these can be a little bit too strong and they might damage the actual thread you're screwing into. That's loose, so let's get a slightly different one for these screws. They seem to be a little bit chunkier. So I use a slightly stubbier screwdriver to get these ones out. And there should be 4 screws for the PCB. So yeah, take the ribbon cable off. Anyone's ever repaired a Spectrum and changed the keyboard membrane would be used to that. Now you do get a spare one of these little ribbon cables, but I'm again, there's no problem using the existing one. So flip that up, I think. It says use a small screwdriver, but I've done enough of those on Apple products over the years to do that. There's not a great deal of difference. It's pretty much the same device. Yeah, just a few more, just the SD card slot on there. I probably could have had a go at trying it myself, but yeah, this was about £15 all in delivered. So right, so what have we got here? So just make sure I do that. Remove the new daughterboard and the FD blah blah blah. Formatted, yeah, formatted FAT32. So it clicks in place. Yep, that's nice and secure. So it's just a case of reassembling it. Just check. Check the existing SD card slot fits in. Yep. Now there is a core update to actually update your device to 3. I think it says that if your core is lower than 3.02.03, then you can't select which device you want to boot from. I don't really have a problem with that because I'm quite happy for the games to be on this one, because then if I get a new game, the way I'm thinking this will work is if I get a new game, I'll put it in the SD card slot, then I can copy it from one to the other. I think that's how it will work. If not, I'll probably have to take it all apart again and just swap some of the drives out. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Should be a case of refitting this, and if I did a good enough job on the removal of those tabs, it should be okay. So look, it seems to fit okay. Now obviously the manual says to test it first before reassembling it, but yeah. If it looks to be okay, there's no sort of screaming connections and things put in the wrong place. Right, let's hook it up to the TV and see how it goes. So do excuse the mess while I'm trying to capture the video. You see the core firmware is slightly out of date for what it needs to be, and when you go into so if you have a look, if you sit at the bottom of the screen, you've got logical drives C, D and M. Now previously that was A, C and M. Now with the firmware update I did to get it to the current level, it was just C and M, so A disappeared. I'm not sure what A was meant to be on this, but yeah, C is obviously the drive I've booted off, and D is the new one. Now to basically go into it, to select the browser, pressing the wrong keyboard there, and at the top of the screen you've got C. Now if you're just pressing drive, it then goes to D. So let's have a quick look between the two. So yeah, this is my original one with my programs on, as you can see, although effectively it's a copy of the Next OS, but yeah, there we go. That's the programs on there. So look. There we go, that's Trashman running. Pretty exciting stuff, eh? But yeah, so there we go, that was it. I'll just reset that, because you don't particularly need to see that. But yeah, I was quite pleased with that. It actually works quite well, so nice and simple. Now I believe you can boot up off the D drive, so if I reset that, and I think if you press 0 or 1, it should boot up off the second one. I could be wrong, could be right on that one, I'm not sure. So, did that boot up off that one? No, booted up off the C drive. Yeah, it's one of those things. I'm not overly that bothered about it. I think once I get the correct firmware on it, it'll probably be okay. But for the meantime, I've got an area where I can just copy stuff to. I do need to sort out the second SD card and sort of get rid of a lot of stuff off it. But yeah, quite impressed. It works really well. So there we go, that was a quick upgrade on the Spectrum Next. It's not a KS3 by any stretch of the imagination, it's just got one of the features that the KS3 has, and this old daughter board probably had if I could solder an SD card slot on it. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I think a lot of people did that anyway. I've just been lazy, and as I said, for I think it's £15, and it turned out to be about £20 something delivered. Yeah, I wasn't going to complain. I actually forgot I ordered it. It's one of those sort of things. It's I had a notification on my sort of messages saying, yeah, we've got a parcel coming from Loughborough. I thought, really? As someone who buys and sells stuff on eBay all the time, sometimes you get these random notifications of things you bought and forgot about. So yeah, there it was. But yeah, that was it. And as you can see, it seems to work and it seems to do its job. How useful it is, yeah, we'll wait and see. I've hopefully some new games will be coming soon, and yeah, I can test it out and see what it does. But yeah, that was it. Anyway, if you like what I do, please like, comment and subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notified next time one of these videos drops. But until next time, I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.